Welcome to this deep dive, where we're going to get into Atomic Habits.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great book.
Yeah.
I've read it a couple times.
Me too.
And we're going to kind of, combine that with
Yeah.
some of the stuff that we've been doing with memory palaces and see if we can really, drill this stuff into our brains.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. The concepts in Atomic Habits lend themselves perfectly to a memory palace.
Yeah, I think so too.
Memory palaces are all about creating vivid associations.
Right.
And Atomic Habits is about understanding how our brains form habits through those associations.
That's right. Repetition. Associate, all that stuff.
And the cool thing is we can actually leverage a specific type of brainwave activity to make this process even more effective.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know how you sometimes wake up from a dream and it feels so vivid, like you were actually there?
Yeah.
That's because your brain is in a delta wave state during deep sleep. And that state is incredibly receptive to forming memories.
So you're saying we can actually use that delta wave state to enhance our memory?
Exactly. We can induce a relaxed, almost meditative state. And in that state, our brains are primed for absorbing new information.
So it's like we're creating the ideal conditions for these concepts to take root.
Precisely. So why don't we do this? Why don't we actually guide our listeners through a little relaxation exercise to get them into that delta wave state?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, so if you're listening to this and you're in a comfortable spot, why don't you close your eyes?
Close your eyes, everybody.
That's it. Just allow yourself to relax.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, just let go of any tension you might be holding.
Mm-hmm.
Let your body become heavy and relaxed, sinking deeper into your chair or your bed, wherever you are.
That's it, just drifting off into a relaxed state.
Now I want you to imagine yourself in London.
Oh, London?
One of the most iconic cities in the world. We're going to use London as our memory palace.
Cool.
We're going to create a mental map of the city, and we're going to place key concepts from Atomic Habits in specific locations.
Okay, so it's like we're turning London into a giant memory vault.
Exactly. And the more vivid and multi-sensory these locations are, the better they'll stick in your mind.
So we're not just thinking about these places, we're experiencing them.
That's it. Engage all your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What can you touch? What can you taste?
It's gonna be fun.
It is. All right, so our first stop is Buckingham Palace.
Buckingham Palace. Okay.
Picture yourself standing outside those magnificent gates, the intricate details of the building, the bustling crowds, the red-coated guards standing at attention. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I want you to associate Buckingham Palace with the first core concept from Atomic Habits. It's all about systems, not goals.
Okay. Buckingham Palace systems, not goals. Got it.
Clear argues that focusing on building systems for consistent small improvements is far more effective than obsessing over big, intimidating goals. It's like having a reliable compass instead of just a vague destination in mind.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So whenever you think of Buckingham Palace, I want you to remember that key principle systems, not goals.
So Buckingham Palace is our systems headquarters.
Exactly. Our next stop takes us to Trafalgar Square.
Oh, Trafalgar Square. I love that place.
Visualize Nelson's column towering above the bustling square, the majestic fountains and the pigeons flitting about.
Okay, I can see it. The pigeons, the fountains.
Now we're going to link this spot to the power of tiny gains. The idea that consistent small improvements accumulate over time, leading to remarkable results.
Trafalgar Square, tiny gains. It's like those pigeons, each one representing a small improvement, adding up to something significant.
Exactly. And this reminds me of that story Clear shares about British cycling. They were once considered underdogs, but then they completely dominated the Olympics and the Tour de France, all by focusing on those marginal gains.
I remember that story. It's incredible how they obsessed over every little detail.
They improved everything by just 1%, from redesigning bike seats for comfort to finding the optimal hand-washing techniques to prevent illness. Nothing was too small to consider.
It really highlights the power of those incremental improvements.
All right, our third location is the Houses of Parliament, with its iconic clock tower, Big Ben.
Big Ben, okay.
Let the deep chimes of the bell resonate with the 4 stages of the habit loop: cue, craving, response, and reward. These stages form the foundation of understanding how habits work.
Okay, Houses of Parliament, cue, craving, response, reward. I'm picturing Big Ben chiming as a reminder to check in with my habits.
That's a great association. And you know, there's this YouTube video that explains it even more simply.
Oh, yeah.
It says that to build good habits, you need to make the cue obvious.
Okay.
The craving, rewarding the response easy, and the reward attractive.
I like that. Make it obvious, make it rewarding, make it easy, make it attractive.
It's a great framework for remembering those key elements.
All right, I think I'm starting to get the hang of this.
You're doing great. Our fourth stop is the London Eye.
Ooh, the London Eye.
Imagine yourself soaring above the city, taking in panoramic views. We'll connect this iconic landmark to one of the most powerful concepts from Atomic Habits, identity-based habits.
Identity-based habits. Okay, I'm listening.
This is the idea that instead of focusing on outcomes like losing weight or getting a promotion, we should focus on building an identity that aligns with those outcomes.
So it's about becoming the kind of person who naturally does those things.
Exactly. It's about shifting your mindset from I want to lose weight to I am a healthy person who makes healthy choices.
So it's like stepping into the role you want to play.
Precisely. And Clear shares a really relatable story about this.
Oh, yeah?
He talks about his own struggle to become a better baseball player. Instead of focusing on winning games, he shifted his focus to the daily practices that would make him a better athlete.
So you focused on the identity of being a dedicated athlete.
Exactly. He asked himself, what would a dedicated athlete do every day? And then he just started doing those things consistently.
That's a really powerful example.
It highlights the importance of aligning our actions with our desired identity.
All right, so we have the London Eye, identity-based habits. I'm picturing myself soaring above the city, feeling confident and capable.
Perfect. Our fifth stop brings us to Tower Bridge, that majestic bascule bridge.
Oh, Tower Bridge.
Let the image of the bridge rising and falling represent the concept of making habits attractive by tapping into our natural desires and motivations.
Okay. So how do we make habits more appealing?
Well, one technique Clear suggests is temptation bundling.
Temptation bundling.
Yeah, it's basically pairing something you want to do with something you need to do.
Oh, I like that.
Like, he gives an example of a student who rigged his stationary bike to only play Netflix when he was pedaling at a certain speed.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, so he's getting his exercise in while enjoying his favorite show.
It's like turning a chore into a treat.
Exactly. And it plays into the power of immediate gratification. We're wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain.
Makes sense.
So if we can find ways to make our good habits feel good, we're much more likely to stick with them.
Okay, so Tower Bridge temptation bundling. I'm picturing myself riding that Netflix bike across the bridge.
Love it. Our sixth stop is St. Paul's Cathedral, a masterpiece of architecture.
St. Paul's Cathedral. Beautiful.
As you gaze up at its grandeur, think about the importance of making habits easy to adopt.
Easy to adopt.
Okay. Remember Clear's 2-minute rule.
Oh yeah, the 2-minute rule.
We should break down new habits into tiny actions that can be done in 2 minutes or less.
Right. It's about making it so easy that you can't say no.
Exactly. And it helps to overcome that initial resistance that we often feel when starting something new.
Inertia.
Yeah. He also suggests habit stacking.
Habit stacking.
This is about linking a new habit to an existing one.
Ah.
Like meditating for 1 minute after pouring your morning coffee.
So you're piggybacking on an existing habit.
Exactly. By attaching the new habit to a routine we already do, it becomes much easier to remember and follow through.
So St. Paul's Cathedral, easy habits, 2-minute rule habit stacking. I'm picturing myself building a tiny little habit right on the steps of the cathedral.
Perfect. Our seventh stop is the British Museum, home to countless artifacts from throughout history.
The British Museum.
Okay. Associate this location with the power of making habits satisfying even when the rewards seem distant.
So how do we stay motivated when we don't see immediate results?
One way is by tracking our progress.
Tracking progress. Yeah.
It gives us a visual reminder of our efforts and can keep us motivated even when the rewards seem far off.
So it's like we're creating a tangible record of our journey.
Exactly. And Clear shares this great story about a salesman named Trent Dursmid.
Okay.
He used a simple but effective strategy to track his sales calls.
What did he do?
Every time he made a call, he moved a paper clip from one jar to another.
Paperclip.
Yeah, it was a visual representation of his progress, and it eventually helped him become top performer.
It's amazing how such a simple technique can be so powerful.
And there's so many other ways to track your progress apps, journals, spreadsheets, you name it.
So the British Museum tracking progress. I'm picturing myself moving those paper clips from one ancient jar to another.
Love it. Our 8th stop brings us to the dazzling lights and bustling energy of Piccadilly Circus.
Piccadilly Circus, the heart of London.
Let this vibrant intersection symbolize the role of dopamine in habit formation, that neurotransmitters associated with pleasure and reward.
Dopamine, okay.
It's essentially the brain's motivational currency. The more we anticipate a reward, the more dopamine is released, and the more likely we are to repeat the behavior that led to that reward.
So it's like a positive feedback loop.
Exactly. The more we engage in a habit that triggers dopamine release, the stronger that habit becomes.
Interesting. So it's not just about willpower, it's about understanding how our brains are wired.
Precisely. And once we understand how that reward system works, we can leverage it to our advantage.
Okay, so Piccadilly Circus dopamine. I'm picturing a giant dopamine fountain spraying out rewards.
I like it. Our 9th stop is the serene beauty of Hyde Park, a welcome respite from the city's hustle and bustle.
Hyde Park, yeah, a nice peaceful park.
As you stroll through its green expanse, imagine the power of reframing, shifting our perspective to focus on the positive aspects of a habit.
Reframing.
It's about changing our internal dialogue. Instead of dreading a workout, we can reframe it as an opportunity to build strength, boost our mood, or simply enjoy some time outdoors.
So it's about finding the upside.
Exactly. It's about focusing on the benefits, not the burdens.
All right, so Hyde Park reframing. I'm picturing myself jogging through the park, feeling energized and grateful.
Wonderful. Our 10th stop takes us to the Tate Modern with its thought-provoking exhibits of modern and contemporary art.
Tate Modern, cool.
Let's link this location to the importance of understanding our underlying motives, the deeper why behind our habits.
The deeper why, okay.
Clear makes the point that every behavior has a surface-level craving and a deeper underlying motive. For example, someone might smoke cigarettes, not just for the nicotine, but because it helps them relieve stress or feel a sense of belonging.
So it's about understanding the root cause of the habit.
Exactly. And once we understand that deeper why, we can start to address it in a more meaningful way.
Okay, so the Tate Modern understanding our motives. I'm picturing myself analyzing an abstract painting, trying to decipher its hidden meaning.
Perfect. Our 11th stop is Shakespeare's Globe Theatre, a reconstruction of the Elizabethan playhouse.
Shakespeare's Globe. I've always wanted to see a play there.
Well, imagine yourself stepping back in time, as you do consider the concept of making it difficult to engage in bad habits.
Making it difficult. How do we do that?
Clear talks about increasing friction, making it less convenient to indulge in our undesired behaviors.
So it's like putting obstacles in the path of temptation.
Exactly. This could be anything from deleting social media apps from our phones to avoiding environments that trigger our bad habits.
So if we make it harder to engage in those bad habits, we're less likely to do them.
Precisely. Our 12th stop is the bustling Borough Market, with its array of fresh produce, street food, and artisanal goods.
Borough Market. Oh, I love Borough Market. It's like a foodie's paradise.
Well, we'll connect this location to the power of environment design, shaping our surroundings to make good habits easier and bad habits harder.
Environment design.
Okay. Clear talks about how simply rearranging our physical space can have a huge impact on our habits.
So it's like setting ourselves up for success.
Exactly. This could mean keeping our workout clothes visible or putting healthy snacks within easy reach. It's about creating an environment that supports our goals instead of sabotaging them.
I like that. It's about making the right choices, the easy choice.
Exactly. All right, our 13th stop takes us to the Tower of London, a place steeped in history and a bit of mystery.
The Tower of London. Ooh, spooky.
Let this imposing fortress represent the concept of commitment devices, strategies that lock in better behavior in the future.
Commitment devices, okay.
It's about adding a layer of accountability to our commitments.
So it's like making a promise to ourselves and then putting something in place to make sure we keep that promise.
Precisely. This could be anything from signing a contract with ourselves, outlining our goals and the consequences of not following through, or even making a public declaration of our intentions.
Ah, so it's about making it harder to back out.
Exactly. And it can be surprisingly effective.
Okay, so the Tower of London commitment devices. I'm picturing myself signing a contract in that ancient stone tower.
Our 14th stop brings us to the colorful neighborhood of Notting Hill, with its charming houses and eclectic shops.
Notting Hill, yeah, such a vibrant area.
As we wander through its vibrant streets, let's think about the importance of building habits that align with our natural inclinations and interests.
So finding habits that we actually enjoy.
Exactly. Clear talks about finding a game where the odds are stacked in our favor.
A game.
Yeah, this means identifying our strengths and passions and then choosing habits that leverage those natural advantages.
So it's like finding the sweet spot where effort feels effortless.
Precisely. It's about working with our natural tendencies, not against them.
Okay, so Notting Hill, finding our natural groove. I'm picturing myself strolling through those colorful streets, feeling a sense of joy and ease.
Perfect. And finally, our 15th stop for this part of our memory journey is Kensington Palace, the residence of royalty and a place of elegance and grandeur.
Kensington Palace, very nice.
Let this regal setting symbolize the concept of habit refinement, the idea that even once a habit is established, there's always room for improvement.
Habit refinement. So it's not about just checking a box and moving on.
Exactly. It's about constantly seeking ways to optimize and elevate our performance.
It's like striving for excellence.
Precisely. Clear uses the example of elite athletes who, even at the peak of their careers, are constantly analyzing their technique, seeking those marginal gains that can make all the difference.
So even when we've established a good habit, the journey of improvement doesn't end.
It evolves.
Okay, so Kensington Palace habit refinement. I'm picturing myself polishing a crown, making it gleam even brighter.
We've now journeyed through 15 locations in our London Memory Palace.
Wow, that's quite a tour.
Each imprinted with a key concept from Atomic Habits. Take a moment to revisit those locations in your mind and let those images and associations solidify.
Okay, I'm going back through those locations.
Let those images become vivid and real. When we return, we'll continue our exploration, delving even deeper into the world of habit formation.
I'm ready for the next leg of the journey.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that little mental break.
That was great. Yeah, I feel very relaxed and
Good.
I think I'm retaining a lot of those concepts already.
I think so too. That's the power of delta wave learning. It really helps to solidify those memories.
So where are we headed next on our London adventure?
Okay, our 16th stop takes us to Camden Market, that eclectic labyrinth of stalls brimming with unique finds.
Camden Market. Okay.
Picture yourself weaving through the crowds, the aroma of street food filling the air, the sounds of buskers creating a vibrant backdrop.
Okay. I can see the vintage clothing,
Yeah.
the street art.
Camden Market, with its endless array of choices and possibilities, embodies the importance of experimenting and finding what works best for you when it comes to building habits.
So it's not about following a rigid set of rules.
Exactly. It's about being curious, trying different approaches, and seeing what resonates with your own personality and lifestyle.
So it's like a process of self-discovery.
Precisely. And just like exploring the stalls of Camden Market, you might stumble upon some hidden gems that you never would have expected.
I like that analogy. Okay, so Camden Market, experiment and find what works for you. Got it.
All right, our 17th stop brings us to the tranquil beauty of Regent's Park, a green oasis amidst the urban hustle.
Regent's Park. Ah, nice peaceful escape.
Imagine yourself strolling through the rose gardens, the scent of flowers in the air, the gentle lapping of water in the Booting Lake.
Okay, I can feel the sun on my face, a gentle breeze.
Regent's Park, it's a reminder to slow down, take a breath, and recharge. It's the perfect spot to link to the importance of self-care and recovery in the habit-building process.
Self-care, that's so important. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and forget to take care of ourselves.
Exactly. You know, in our always-on culture, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking we need to be productive every waking moment, but that's not sustainable.
No, it's not. We need to give ourselves permission to rest and recharge.
And to be kind to ourselves when we inevitably stumble.
Because we all stumble.
We do. It's part of the process.
Okay, so Regent's Park, self-care and recovery. I'm picturing myself taking a leisurely stroll through the park, feeling refreshed and rejuvenated.
Wonderful. Our 18th stop takes us to one of London's most iconic symbols, the red telephone booth.
The red telephone booth classic.
Visualize its bright red hue, its sturdy structure, that sense of connection it represents.
Okay, I can see it, those classic red phone booths scattered throughout the city.
Let those red telephone booths symbolize the power of accountability, having someone to share your goals with, to check in with regularly, to celebrate your wins, and offer support when you stumble.
Accountability, yeah, that's huge. Having someone to hold us accountable can make all the difference.
It's like having a built-in cheering section, someone who's in your corner rooting for your success.
Exactly. And even when we don't feel like pushing forward, knowing that someone else is invested in our journey can be incredibly motivating.
And you know, even if you don't have a dedicated accountability partner, you can still find ways to create that sense of external motivation.
How so?
Clear talks about the power of simply tracking your progress, whether it's in an app, a journal, or even just a calendar. Something about visually seeing your progress or even your lack thereof can be really motivating.
Yeah, I've definitely found that to be true for myself. There's like having a mirror reflecting back your actions.
Exactly. So those red telephone booths, accountability, tracking your progress. Got it.
Got it. Our 19th stop brings us to Oxford Street, a shopper's paradise, a whirlwind of activity, a symphony of sights and sounds.
Oxford Street. Ah, yes, a shopper's dream.
Imagine yourself navigating the crowds, the shop windows, beckoning the endless possibilities swirling around you.
I can hear the music, the chatter, the sales pitches. Let the abundance of choices on Oxford Street represent the concept of temptation bundling, which we touched on earlier. Remember, it's about pairing something you need to do with something you want to do.
Yeah, like listening to your favorite podcast while you're working out, or treating yourself to a relaxing bath after you've finished a challenging task.
Exactly. It's about making those must-do activities more enjoyable by associating them with something pleasurable.
So it's not about depriving ourselves, it's about finding creative ways to make those habits more appealing.
Precisely. And it can be surprisingly effective.
Okay, so Oxford Street temptation bundling. I'm picturing myself shopping for new workout clothes while listening to my favorite podcast.
Perfect. Our 20th stop takes us to Westminster Abbey, a place steeped in history, spirituality, and architectural grandeur.
Westminster Abbey, beautiful.
Picture yourself standing in awe beneath its soaring arches, the stained glass windows casting colorful patterns on the stone floor.
Okay, I can feel the sense of history, the reverence, the peacefulness.
Westminster Abbey, with its sense of timelessness and grandeur, represents the importance of reflecting on your progress and celebrating your wins.
Celebrating our wins, yes. It's so easy to get caught up in the pursuit of the next goal and forget to acknowledge how far we've come.
Exactly. And celebrating those wins, no matter how small, reinforces those positive associations and keeps us motivated to keep moving forward.
It's like giving ourselves a pat on the back for every step in the right direction.
Precisely. So Westminster Abbey, celebrate your wins. Got it.
Got it. What's next on our London itinerary?
Our 21st stop takes us to Brixton, a vibrant, multicultural neighborhood known for its lively markets, music venues, and Caribbean influence.
Brixton sounds like my kind of place.
Imagine the energy of Electric Avenue, the aroma of spices in the air, the sound of reggae music pulsing through the streets.
Okay, I can feel the rhythm, the energy, the diversity.
Let the diversity of Brixton represent the importance of seeking out diverse sources of inspiration and knowledge when it comes to building habits.
So it's not about limiting ourselves to a single approach.
Exactly. It's about reading widely, experimenting with different techniques, and finding what resonates with you.
So it's like a buffet of habit-building strategies.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And just like exploring the different cuisines of Brixton, you might discover some hidden gems that you never knew existed.
Okay, so Brixton, diverse inspiration. I'm picturing myself sampling all sorts of delicious foods and soaking up the vibrant culture.
Wonderful. Our 22nd stop takes us to Canary Wharf, the gleaming heart of London's financial district.
Canary Wharf, all those skyscrapers.
Imagine those towering skyscrapers, a symbol of innovation and efficiency.
Okay, I can see the sleek architecture, the bustling crowds, the sense of ambition.
Let Canary Wharf symbolize the power of automating your habits, leveraging technology and systems to make good habits easier and bad habits harder.
Automating our habits, interesting.
Think about it. We can use technology to streamline our routines and remove those points of friction that often lead to us falling off track.
So it's like setting ourselves up for success on autopilot.
Exactly. This could be anything from setting up automatic bill payments to using a website blocker to limit your social media time.
It's about taking the decision-making out of the equation.
Precisely. And freeing up our mental energy to focus on other things.
So Canary Wharf, automate your habits.
Got it. Our 23rd stop brings us back to Shakespeare's Globe, a place where imagination and storytelling come alive.
Back to Shakespeare's Globe, cool.
Picture the stage, the actors, the power of words to transport us to other worlds.
Okay, I can hear the roar of the crowd, the actors declaiming their lines, the magic of the theater.
Let the Globe Theater, a place of imagination and storytelling, represent the power of visualization, using mental imagery to rehearse your desired habits and see yourself succeeding.
Visualization, yeah, I've heard that's a powerful technique.
It is. It's like creating a mental movie, picturing yourself executing those habits flawlessly. And the more vivid and detailed those images are, the more effective they'll be.
So it's like we're priming our brains for success.
Exactly. We're creating a mental blueprint of our desired actions.
Okay, so Shakespeare's globe visualization. I'm picturing myself performing those habits on stage with confidence and grace.
Perfect. Our 24th stop takes us to the dazzling lights and vibrant energy of Leicester Square.
Leicester Square, always a good time.
After the movie premieres, the street performers, the crowds buzzing with anticipation.
Okay, I can feel the excitement, the energy, the endless possibilities.
Let Leicester Square, with its emphasis on entertainment and enjoyment, represent the importance of finding ways to make your habits enjoyable.
Make them enjoyable, that makes sense. It's hard to stick with something if you don't like doing it.
Exactly. And there are so many ways to make our habits more fun and engaging.
Like what?
Well, we've already talked about temptation bundling, but it could also be as simple as finding an activity you genuinely enjoy and incorporating it into your routine.
So it's about finding those things that spark joy and make us want to keep coming back for more.
Precisely. And it can make all the difference in the world.
Okay, so Leicester Square, enjoyable habits. Yeah. I'm picturing myself dancing in the streets, feeling happy and carefree.
Wonderful. Our 25th stop takes us to Kew Gardens, a sprawling botanical wonderland with exotic plants and breathtaking glass houses.
Kew Gardens sounds beautiful.
Imagine yourself wandering through the lush greenery, the scent of flowers filling the air, the sense of peace and tranquility washing over you.
Okay, I can see the vibrant colors, the exotic flowers, the serenity of nature.
Kew Gardens, a place of growth, renewal, and natural beauty. It's the perfect location to link to the importance of patience and persistence in the habit-building process.
Patience and persistence, yeah, those are definitely key ingredients.
It's a reminder that building lasting habits is a marathon, not a sprint.
It's about embracing the journey.
Exactly. And trusting the process, even when we don't see immediate results.
So Kew Gardens, patience and persistence. I'm picturing myself tending to a delicate flower, watching it slowly blossom over time.
Perfect metaphor. Our 26th stop brings us to Harrods, that iconic department store synonymous with luxury and indulgence.
Harrods, the ultimate shopping destination.
Imagine yourself walking through its opulent halls, surrounded by exquisite goods from around the world.
Okay, I can see the designer clothes, the sparkling jewelry, the gourmet food.
Let the lavish atmosphere of Harrods represent the importance of rewarding yourself for your efforts, celebrating your progress, and reinforcing those positive associations.
Rewards. Yeah, we all love rewards.
And they can be a powerful motivator, especially when we're trying to build new habits.
But it's not about going overboard or breaking the bank.
No, it's about finding healthy and meaningful ways to acknowledge our achievements and treat ourselves to something special from time to time.
So it's like a little tat on the back for a job well done.
Exactly. And it can make a big difference in our motivation and consistency.
Okay, so Harrods rewards. I'm picturing myself treating myself to a delicious pastry after a successful week of sticking to my habits.
Perfect. Our 27th stop brings us to the British Library, a treasure trove of knowledge and literary history.
The British Library? So many books.
Imagine yourself walking through those endless stacks of books, the scent of old paper filling the air, the quiet hum of knowledge all around you.
Okay, I can feel the weight of history, the endless possibilities, the power of words.
Let the British Library, with its vast collection of knowledge, represent the importance of lifelong learning and growth. Building habits isn't a destination, it's a journey of continuous improvement.
Lifelong learning, yes. It's about staying curious, seeking out new information, and refining our approach as we learn and grow.
Exactly. And just like the British Library, our minds are constantly expanding, absorbing new information, making new connections.
So it's about embracing that growth mindset, always striving to learn and improve.
Precisely. Clear talks about the importance of viewing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as setbacks.
Okay, so the British Library, lifelong learning. I'm picturing myself browsing through those endless shelves, discovering new worlds and expanding my horizons.
Wonderful. Our 28th stop takes us to the vibrant energy of Covent Garden, a bustling hub of creativity and entertainment.
Covent Garden, always something going on there.
Imagine the street performers, the market, stalls, the historic architecture, all blending together in a delightful symphony of activity.
Okay, I can hear the music, the laughter, the energy.
Let the bustling atmosphere of Covent Garden represent the importance of embracing flexibility and adaptability when it comes to building habits.
Flexibility, yeah, that's key. Life is unpredictable and things don't always go according to plan.
Exactly. And it's important to be able to adjust and adapt without getting derailed.
So it's not about being rigid, it's about being able to roll with the punches.
Precisely. Claire talks about the importance of having backup plans and being prepared for unexpected challenges. It's about having a system that's resilient enough to handle life's curveballs.
I like that analogy.
Okay.
Okay, so comment garden flexibility. I'm picturing myself navigating the crowds with ease, adapting to the ever-changing environment.
Perfect. Our 29th stop brings us to the peaceful oasis of St. James's Park, a green haven in the heart of the city.
St. James's Park, another peaceful escape.
Imagine yourself relaxing by the lake, watching the ducks glide by, feeling the gentle breeze on your face.
Okay, I could feel the tranquility, the serenity, the peacefulness.
Let the tranquil atmosphere of St. James's Park represent the importance of mindfulness and self-awareness. It's about being present in the moment and attuned to our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors.
Mindfulness, yes. It's about paying attention to those subtle cues that can trigger our habits.
Exactly. And it's about understanding the underlying motivations behind our actions. Clear talks about the importance of paying attention to the details, noticing those subtle shifts in our environment and our internal state that might be impacting our habits.
This is like becoming a detective of our own habits.
Precisely. And once we understand those patterns, we can start to make more conscious choices.
Okay, so St. James's Park mindfulness. I'm picturing myself meditating by the lake, feeling grounded and centered.
Wonderful. And our 30th stop brings us full circle back to where we began, Buckingham Palace.
Back to Buckingham Palace, the grand finale.
Imagine yourself standing once again before those iconic gates, the symbol of tradition, stability, and enduring power.
Okay, I could see the crowds, the guards, the grandeur of it all.
As you visualize yourself standing there, take a moment to appreciate the progress you've made. 30 locations, 30 powerful concepts from atomic habits, all woven into the fabric of your London memory palace.
This is amazing. I feel like I've not only learned so much, but I've also gained a powerful tool for remembering this information.
That's the power of memory palaces. They tap into our brain's natural spatial memory, making abstract information more concrete and memorable.
I can't wait to continue our journey.
We still have 20 more locations to explore, each one filled with valuable insights and strategies for building better habits.
I'm ready when you are. All right, we are back and ready to continue our journey through our London memory palace.
We've already covered so much ground. I'm excited to see what other insights await us.
Me too. So where to next?
Okay, picture yourself standing before the Royal Albert Hall, that magnificent Victorian concert hall, renowned for its incredible acoustics and world-class performances.
The Royal Albert Hall. I've always wanted to see a concert there.
Imagine the grandeur of the architecture, the anticipation of the audience, and the harmonious blend of sounds about to fill the space.
Okay, I can hear the orchestra tuning up the murmurs of the crowd, the sense of excitement building.
The Royal Albert Hall, with its intricate combination of instruments and voices, embodies the power of habit stacking. The art of linking together a series of small habits to create a powerful chain reaction of positive actions.
Habit stacking, right? We talked about that earlier.
Exactly. It's about creating a flow of good habits, one seamlessly triggering the next.
So instead of viewing each habit as a separate, isolated task, we create a seamless routine that becomes almost automatic.
Precisely. And just like the order of instruments in orchestra matters, the sequence of your habit stack can make a big difference. You want to create a flow that feels natural and builds momentum.
So it's like composing a symphony of good habits.
Exactly. All right, our next stop takes us to the bustling energy of Portobello Road Market.
Portobello Road Market. I love that place. It's such a treasure trove of unique finds.
Imagine yourself wandering through the eclectic mix of antiques, vintage clothing, and street food stalls, the air filled with a symphony of sights, sounds, and aromas.
Okay, I can see the colorful displays, the crowds bargaining, the smell of fresh pastries.
Portobello Road, with its endless variety and emphasis on individuality, embodies the importance of experimenting and finding what works best for you when it comes to building habits.
So it's not about following a one-size-fits-all approach.
Exactly. It's about being curious, trying different strategies, and not being afraid to break the mold if something isn't working for you.
Just like exploring the stalls of Portobello Road building habits is about finding those hidden gems that spark joy and fit seamlessly into our lives.
Exactly. Our journey continues to the tranquil beauty of Kensington Gardens.
Kensington Gardens, another peaceful escape.
Picture yourself strolling through the tree-lined paths, the sun dappling through the leaves, the gentle breeze carrying the scent of flowers.
Okay, I can feel the soft grass beneath my feet, the warmth of the sun, the birds singing.
Let the calming atmosphere of Kensington Gardens represent the importance of self-care and stress management in the habit-building journey.
Self-care is so crucial. It's easy to burn ourselves out if we're not taking care of our physical and mental well-being.
Exactly. When we're feeling overwhelmed and depleted, our willpower takes a nosedive and it becomes much harder to stick with our good intentions.
It's like trying to run a marathon on an empty tank.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So remember to nourish yourself, prioritize rest, and recharge your batteries regularly.
Okay, Kensington Gardens, self-care. I'm picturing myself taking a deep breath of fresh air and feeling my stress melt away.
Wonderful. Our next destination is the Victoria and Albert Museum, a treasure trove of art, design, and history.
The V&A, I could spend days in there.
Imagine yourself wandering through its grand halls, marveling at the intricate details and diverse styles on display.
Okay, I can see the sculptures, the paintings, the tapestries, the endless inspiration.
The V&A, with its vast collection of masterpieces from different eras and cultures, embodies the importance of seeking out inspiration and role models when it comes to building habits.
Ah, so it's not just about figuring it all out on our own.
Exactly. We can learn from those who have gone before us, those who have mastered the art of habit formation.
It's like having a mentor guiding us along the path, offering insights and wisdom from their own experience.
Precisely. So look for those who inspire you, those who embody the qualities and habits you aspire to develop.
The V&A inspiration and role models. I'm picturing myself surrounded by greatness, soaking up the wisdom of the ages.
Wonderful. Our journey takes us now to the vibrant energy of Soho, known for its nightlife theaters and creative spirit.
Soho always buzzing with energy.
Imagine the buzz of activity, the colorful street art, and the endless possibilities for exploration.
Okay, I can hear the music, the laughter, the chatter of 1,000 conversations.
Let the electric atmosphere of Soho represent the importance of embracing a growth mindset when it comes to building habits. It's about believing in our ability to learn, adapt, and evolve even when we face setbacks.
Growth mindset, right? We've talked about that before.
Exactly. It's about viewing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as roadblocks to our success.
So it's about embracing those setbacks as valuable learning experiences.
Precisely, and using them to fuel our growth and development.
Soho growth mindset. I'm picturing myself navigating the crowded streets with confidence and resilience.
Perfect. Our next stop takes us to the serenity of Holland Park, a hidden gem nestled in the heart of London.
Holland Park. I'm not as familiar with that one.
Picture yourself wandering through the peaceful Kyoto garden, the sound of water cascading over rocks, the vibrant colors of exotic plants.
Okay, I can feel the tranquility, the peacefulness, the beauty of nature.
Let the peaceful atmosphere of Holland Park represent the importance of mindfulness and self-awareness in the habit formation process.
Mindfulness, again, it seems to be a recurring theme.
It is, and for good reason. It's about being present in the moment, paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and understanding the subtle cues that can trigger our habits.
It's like becoming the observer of our own minds.
Exactly. And once we develop that awareness, we can start to make more intentional choices about our habits.
Okay, so Holland Park mindfulness. I'm picturing myself sitting by the pond, observing my thoughts without judgment.
Wonderful. Our journey continues to a landmark etched in musical history, Abbey Road.
Abbey Road, the Beatles.
Imagine yourself walking across that iconic zebra, crossing the image forever linked to the legendary Beatles.
Okay, I can hear the music, the click of the camera, the energy of that iconic moment.
Let Abbey Road, with its image of the Beatles walking in unison, represent the importance of finding a supportive community when it comes to building lasting habits.
Community, that's so important. We don't have to do this alone.
Exactly. Having a supportive community can make all the difference in our motivation and consistency.
It's about finding those people who understand our struggles, celebrate our wins, and offer encouragement when we need it most.
Precisely. So look for those who share your values and goals and who can support you on your journey.
Abbey Road community. I'm picturing myself walking across that zebra crossing, surrounded by my supportive tribe.
Love it. Our next stop takes us to the vibrant energy of Chinatown, with its bustling streets, colorful lanterns, and tantalizing aromas of authentic cuisine.
Chinatown, always a sensory overload in the best possible way.
Imagine the sights, the sounds, the smells, the energy of this cultural hub.
Okay, I can see the red lanterns, the steaming dumplings, the crowds bustling about.
Let Chinatown, with its blend of tradition and innovation, represent the importance of embracing a long-term perspective when it comes to building habits. It's about playing the long game and understanding that real transformation takes time and consistent effort.
No quick fixes.
Exactly. It's about focusing on sustainable change, not fleeting bursts of motivation.
So it's about trusting the process and committing to the journey?
Precisely. And remembering that even small, consistent actions can compound over time to create remarkable results.
Chinatown long-term perspective. I'm picturing myself enjoying a delicious meal and savoring the moment.
Wonderful. Our journey continues to the majestic dome of St. Paul's Cathedral rising above the London skyline.
St. Paul's Cathedral, we've been here before.
Imagine yourself standing at its base feeling a sense of awe and inspiration.
Okay, I can feel the immensity, the grandeur, the weight of history.
St. Paul's Cathedral, with its enduring presence, embodies the concept of identity-based habits, the idea of building habits that align with our desired self-image.
Right? We talked about this at the London Eye.
Exactly. It's about shifting our focus from chasing outcomes to embodying the qualities of the person we aspire to be.
It's like asking ourselves, who is the type of person who would achieve this goal? And then aligning our habits with that identity.
Precisely.
Okay.
So think about the qualities you want to cultivate the person you want to become, and then choose habits that support that vision.
St. Paul's Cathedral identity-based habits. I'm picturing myself standing tall and proud, feeling confident and capable.
Perfect. Our next stop takes us back to Tower Bridge, standing as a symbol of strength, resilience, and connection.
Tower Bridge, another familiar landmark.
Imagine the massive bascules rising to allow ships to pass, the power and precision of this engineering marvel.
Okay, I can see the bridge opening, the boats passing through the city unfolding around me.
Let Tower Bridge, with its ability to withstand the test of time and connect two sides of the city, represent the importance of building resilience and developing strategies for overcoming setbacks when it comes to building habits.
Setbacks are inevitable, right?
They are. But it's our ability to bounce back, adapt, and keep moving forward that ultimately determines our success.
So it's not about avoiding setbacks altogether. It's about learning how to navigate them effectively.
Exactly. Clear talks about the importance of having a failure plan, a strategy for getting back on track when we inevitably stumble.
So it's like having a safety net in place.
Precisely. It takes the fear out of failure and allows us to approach our habits with more confidence and resilience.
Okay, Tower Bridge, resilience, and overcoming setbacks. I'm picturing myself standing strong and steady, even in the face of challenges.
Wonderful. Our journey takes us back to the dazzling lights and bustling energy of Piccadilly Circus.
Back to Piccadilly Circus, always a whirlwind of activity.
Imagine yourself standing at the heart of it, all the energy swirling around you, the sights and sounds creating a symphony of urban life.
Okay, I can feel the energy, the excitement, the endless possibilities.
Let Piccadilly Circus, with its dazzling array of entertainment options, represent the importance of finding ways to make our habits enjoyable and rewarding.
This goes back to what we talked about at Leicester Square.
Exactly. It's about finding those things that spark joy and make us want to keep coming back for more.
It's about making our habits feel like treats, not chores.
Precisely. So get creative, experiment, and find what works for you.
Piccadilly Circus enjoyable habits. I'm picturing myself having fun with my habits, feeling energized and motivated.
Perfect. Our journey continues to the tranquil beauty of Green Park, a peaceful haven nestled amidst the hustle and bustle of city life.
Green Park, a welcome respite.
Imagine yourself strolling through the lush greenery, taking in the fresh air, and finding a moment of respite.
Okay, I can feel the grass beneath my feet, the sun on my face, the peace and quiet.
Let Green Park, with its emphasis on peace and reflection, represent the importance of self-reflection and mindfulness when it comes to building habits.
Self-reflection, taking the time to check in with ourselves.
Exactly. It's about understanding our motivations, our triggers, our patterns, and using that awareness to make more intentional choices.
So it's about becoming more aware of our habits and how they're impacting our lives.
Precisely. And it's about using that awareness to make positive changes.
The Green Park self-reflection. I'm picturing myself sitting on a bench journaling and reflecting on my progress.
Wonderful. Our next stop takes us to the Houses of Parliament, the iconic symbol of British democracy.
The Houses of Parliament, a place where decisions are made that shape the course of a nation.
Imagine the grandeur of the architecture, the history echoing through its halls, and the sense of power and purpose emanating from within.
Okay, I can see the debates, the speeches, the decisions being made.
Let the Houses of Parliament, with its system of rules and procedures, represent the importance of creating a clear and structured plan when it comes to building habits.
So it's not just about setting goals, it's about creating a roadmap for achieving those goals.
Exactly. It's about defining our strategies, outlining our steps, and creating a system that supports our success.
It's about being intentional and organized.
Precisely. So take the time to plan your approach, break down your goals into smaller steps, and create a system that works for you.
Okay, the Houses of Parliament planning and structure. I'm picturing myself crafting a detailed plan, feeling confident and focused.
Wonderful. Our journey continues to Borough Market, a foodie paradise overflowing with fresh produce, artisanal goods, and culinary delights from around the world.
Borough Market, we've been here before as well.
Imagine yourself wandering through the bustling stalls, the aromas tempting you from every direction.
Okay, I can smell the fresh bread, the spices, the street food.
Let Borough Market, with its abundance of tempting options, represent the importance of finding healthy and sustainable ways to satisfy our cravings.
We don't have to deprive ourselves to build healthy habits.
Exactly. It's about finding ways to nourish our bodies and minds without feeling restricted.
So it's about making healthy choices enjoyable and accessible.
Precisely. And it's about finding that balance between indulgence and moderation.
Borough Market, healthy and sustainable choices. I'm picturing myself enjoying a delicious and nutritious meal, feeling satisfied and energized.
Perfect. Our next stop takes us back to those iconic red telephone booths scattered throughout the city.
Those red telephone booths again.
Remember their bright red hue and the sense of connection they represent?
Yes, a symbol of reaching out for support.
Exactly. Let those red telephone booths represent the importance of seeking support and accountability when it comes to building habits.
Having a support system can make all the difference.
It can. It's about knowing that we're not alone in this journey and that we have people we can turn to for encouragement, guidance, and a little tough love when we need it.
So it's about building a team of supporters who can help us stay on track.
Exactly. And it's about being willing to reach out for help when we need it.
Red telephone booths, support, and accountability. I'm picturing myself picking up the phone and calling a friend for encouragement.
Wonderful. Our journey continues to the majestic dome of St. Paul's Cathedral, once again rising above the London skyline.
St. Paul's Cathedral, always awe-inspiring.
Remember its sense of grandeur and its symbolism of hope and resilience?
Yes, a beacon of strength and beauty.
St. Paul's Cathedral, with its soaring heights, represents the importance of setting ambitious yet achievable goals. Goals that inspire us to stretch ourselves while remaining within the realm of possibility.
So it's about finding that sweet spot between challenging ourselves and setting ourselves up for success.
Exactly. Clear talks about the importance of setting Goldilocks goals. Goals that are not too easy, not too hard, but just right.
It's about finding that level of challenge that keeps us engaged and motivated without feeling overwhelmed or discouraged.
Precisely. So dream big, but be realistic and break down those big goals into smaller, more manageable steps.
St. Paul's Cathedral, ambitious yet achievable goals. I'm picturing myself climbing to the top of the dome, feeling a sense of accomplishment and pride.
Wonderful. Our journey takes us back to the bustling energy of Camden Market.
Camden Market, always a vibrant and eclectic experience.
Imagine yourself once again weaving through the crowds, the sights, sounds, and aromas stimulating your senses.
Okay, I can see the street performers, the vintage clothing, the endless possibilities.
Let Camden Market, with its vast array of unique offerings, represent the importance of embracing our individuality and finding what works best for us when it comes to building habits.
Right, there's no one-size-fits-all approach.
Exactly. What works for one person may not work for another, and that's perfectly okay.
So it's about experimenting, trying different strategies, and customizing our approach to fit our unique personality and preferences.
Precisely. It's about becoming the architects of our own habits, designing a system that works for us, not against us.
Camden Market, individuality and experimentation. I'm picturing myself trying on different hats and finding the one that fits me perfectly.
Love it. Our penultimate stop takes us to Buckingham Palace, once again standing as a symbol of tradition, legacy, and enduring power.
Buckingham Palace, we've come full circle.
Imagine the grandeur of the architecture, the changing of the guard, and the sense of history emanating from within.
Okay, I can see the crowds, the flags, the pomp and circumstance.
Let Buckingham Palace, with its centuries-old traditions and enduring legacy, represent the power of building habits that create a lasting impact. Habits that shape not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us.
Our habits ripple outward.
They do. They influence our families, our communities, and even the world around us.
So it's about recognizing that our actions have consequences, and that by building positive habits, we can create a positive ripple effect.
Exactly. Clear talks about the importance of becoming keystone habits, habits that have a transformative effect on other areas of our lives.
So it's about choosing habits that not only benefit us, but also benefit those around us.
Precisely. And finally, we arrive at our 50th and final destination, Tower Bridge, once again standing as a symbol of completion, connection, and strength.
Tower Bridge, a fitting end to our journey.
Imagine yourself standing on the bridge, gazing out over the city you've just traversed in your mind's eye.
Okay, I can see the cityscape, the Thames, the bustling life below.
As you stand on Tower Bridge, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey you've just taken. 50 locations, each embedded with a powerful concept from Atomic Habits, all woven into the fabric of your London memory palace.
This has been an incredible experience. I feel like I've not only learned so much about building better habits, but I've also gained a powerful tool for remembering and applying these concepts.
That's the power of combining knowledge with effective memory techniques. You're not just passively absorbing information, you're actively engaging with it, making it stick and transforming it into a lasting asset.
So what now?
Now it's time to take this knowledge, this mental map you've created, and start applying it to your own life. Experiment, adapt, refine, and most importantly, keep building those atomic habits one small step at a time.
Remember, even tiny changes consistently applied can lead to remarkable results over time. So go out there and start building the life you want, one good habit